Damn, I feel like a radio personality on this joint. God damn, hey, yo.
You gotta get it poppin'?
Yeah, let's get it.
I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, homie. I'm a hustler. Freestyle for me.
I'm a hustler. Nah, I don't think I got no bars, man.
Hey, listen, man. He ain't got no bars, but one thing he got is a hustler's mentality.
My God.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Taking on the Wall podcast. I'm here with the one, the only, my brother, friend,
Yes,
been
sir.
knowing you for a long time.
man.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're from Delaware, PA, Philly, you know this man as
NewDiddy run the city.
NewDiddy run the city, man. Been running the city for a long time, man. First of all, tell the people, what is NewDiddy run the city? Where that phrase come from?
So you know what? Top always wanted to say he came up with
Top
that,
came up
right?
with it.
but now my man Herm Vanderbrand, photographer. He now to disclaimer, you can't give yourself a strong name like that. The people got to give it to you. The people gave it to me. Herm said it. People ran with it, and I was really in my own right. Like I feel like I used to always say anything coming through Delaware that's big, it got to come through me. I've been saying that shit forever.
You the boss? Like
Yeah, I mean, listen, now, I ain't, like it's just something that I felt strong about.
No
You know what I
doubt,
mean?
no doubt.
It just I spoke into existence and it came into fruition. Anytime something was going on in Delaware, they were like, "Yo, I gotta hit my guy up."
Yo.
And
That's
you know,
what
the
I'm talking about,
rest was history, man.
Rest is history. NewDiddy run the city, man. It's so funny, man. But your real name is Newton.
It's Newton Felton.
Newton Felton.
Yeah, so I get them if I ever wanted to get a job. Oh man, call him up, man.
First, listen. I know. We dive right into it, man. First of all, the job, man. First of all, tell people, what you do.
You know what's crazy, man? Every day I still try to figure it out. Right?
I've been trying to figure it out for the longest time.
It's one of those things, man. I do whatever is necessary to. I love helping people out, but I recently found out that I do business development. Crazy.
Somebody told you that?
Yo, they was like, I'm like, because I used to always figure out, like, yo, what do you do? I'm like, I do marketing, I do promotion, I do, I do whatever it takes, right? But ultimately, a guy, Travis Smith, he was like, yo, man, I love what you do. I'm like, yeah. He said, people always ask me, what do you do? And I say like 10 different things. And they're just like, all right, yeah, okay, cool, right? But business development.
You got Jamaican in you?
No, not. You know what?
NewDiddy. I know you probably got Jamaican. You got you got like 10 jobs.
My dad is from Trinidad. And a lot of people don't know that part of because I don't really talk about it because I ain't really, I ain't touched it. I ain't touched into my roots. But that's my pop is Trinidadian. So yeah.
And what's your mom?
She's black as shit.
She's black as shit from
She's
Newcastle.
Nah, she's from down South Carolina.
You from South Carolina, NewDiddy?
I'm from Newark, New Jersey. By the way of Newark, New Jersey. So,
Yo, are you a mutt? I keep finding out new stuff every day about this guy.
Man, yeah.
First of all, I found you got 10 jobs.
Yeah.
You got one dad. No, I'm just playing. No. And your mom is from South Carolina, but you from Newark, New Jersey.
So my mom, they migrated to my grandmother had 12, 14 kids, something like that.
Yeah, back in the day, they used to have a lot of kids.
They used to get it in. But they're from down south. They migrated to Newark, New Jersey. I was in Newark till I was like 3, 4, and then I moved to Delaware. So I'm not that type of guy that when people are like, yo, where you from? When we was in college, everybody named mom was from Philly.
Everybody.
Or they was from New York. Yo, son, like, right. I'm Delaware. You know what I'm saying? I go back and forth to Newark, New Jersey, but I was born and raised in Delaware, so that's my origin. I'm from Delaware. Now,
one thing about it, you said you was business development. Now, one thing here at the Taking Over the World podcast, you always tell people, they say, what does Taking Over the World mean, right?
Yeah.
And I always tell people, the podcast is for people who are taking over their world in the pursuit of their goals and their dreams. You know what I mean? Whatever their career is, or it can just be life situations.
Right.
So for you, what's the ultimate goal for NewDiddy run the city? First of all, what do you do with this business development?
Yo, listen. So business development.
All right, tell me some of the things you do.
Yeah, so I do marketing. I do promotions for small businesses, companies, churches. Churches. Yeah, God's people need help too.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Church is a business at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is, and that's I think a lot of times people are desensitized by certain things. Like when you think about church and God and all those different things. Like, listen, man, I do business. So the biggest thing is I help people develop a product, a business, a personality they need. If an artist needs to get out there, like I can touch the people. You know what I'm saying? So develop a talent, relationship, all that good stuff. For sure.
I always know you, man. I said, look, man, if anything's going down, Newdy's like, and it's so funny, man. Me and Newdy, like I said, we've been friends for a long time.
Yeah, man.
We go back when he went to Howard and I went to Brandywine. I remember we went to the prom. Not together.
Not together.
This is what you went with
Amber.
What I thought
it was Padua. What prom?
Nah, it was Howard prom. Why'd you with
Tiana, yeah.
She gonna kill you. Both of us.
Newdy,
oh my gosh, Newdy, you knew you went with me.
Yeah, but I think I went to 3 proms.
Was you running the prom city?
Nah, I went to prom when I was in 10th grade. Then I went to prom when I was, with Tiana. Then I went to another prom with Amber Dobson. Yeah, the following year when she graduated. I was a hot commodity out there.
Was you messing with Amber?
No, that's my homie. He was cool. Stop it.
Nah, shout out to Amber, man. She been holding it down for a long time. She always shows support. But anyway, going back to it, man. Like I said, I've been knowing you for a long time. And then I think we was at Dell State together.
Yeah.
And we actually was hustling at the same time, man. Together, man. What we did at Dell State, we was freshmen and sophomores. Yeah, actually going to like our junior year, MP2. We was selling Jabro clothes, jeans.
History
out of the room. Yeah. I remember you had the red act. Newdy had
remember?
The red act. He had a red act in the back of the act. He had a red act, and Newdy used to make those runs in New York City, man, all the time.
2-3 days a week from Dover to New York for 2 years.
I think you put 200 miles on that.
Yeah, I did. I put 200,000. Like I ran that thing to I got
like a year and a half. Like,
yeah, facts. Shout out to Carl. I bought remember Carl went to Dell State last game, Carl?
Yeah.
I remember I seen the drum. Like, yo, I'm gonna get that. I need that. I need that. I always love Axe. Right. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get that joint, man. He was like, yeah, I got it for sale. Let me know. He thought I was playing.
Right.
Saved a little bit of money. Came to him the following year, like, yo, you still got it? Like maybe like 6 months later, bought that joint cash, $3,500.
And you was hustling since then, man. You've always been a hustler, man. Even from years, man. I know if it's a party going down, I call Newdy up.
My guy.
Like, yo, what's up? And I thought I suck at answering the phone call.
Ooh.
You suck at responding to phone calls. You're the ducking king. You know that,
right? But you know what it is? Like, if you get but you can attest to it.
I ducked her.
But if you gotta kind of like, when you get so many people calling you for various different things, and then you got people that just don't want nothing, and you really got, like, I get tired of talking. And sometimes you get tired, like, cause if you're doing something, I'm like, I'm gonna get back to them, and you forget. Or you just like, man, these niggas don't want shit. Yeah. I already know they don't want nothing. I call them, and then but it come with the territory, man. But
for the record, I didn't mean to cut you off. You know your church folks ain't gonna be listening to this podcast. You over here cursing.
Man, listen, don't get it twisted. Church,
nah, folk, I know I'm messing.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. It's God's people, but we all God's people, right?
Hold on, you got a red jacket. Are you the devil today?
No. I'm
Speaking of that, you hustling. We're gonna get to that. Yeah, I like what you got on right there. But like I said, we're gonna move forward. You've been hustling for a long time, man. And you've been doing it for a long time. I know a lot of people, like I said, they always ask what you do, and you've been doing a lot of things. And the question always asked, I was like, is Newdy killing it or no? Like, are you killing it?
Yeah, I mean, you know what?
Keep it 100. Now, one thing on this podcast, you always got to keep it 100.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. With being an entrepreneur, it's always up and downs. You got your it's a roller coaster ride. Like, it's times that I'm like on a high. It's times I'm like on the low. But it's really trying to find that balance. And like, I had to learn through just various situations of how to manage money. Because you could be up 10 grand or you could be up X amount of money. Yeah. You could have a dry spell, right? So you got to, like, it's times I can have a bunch of money, but I can't do nothing with it. Right. Because I don't know, what I'm saying? Like, I might not eat for the next 3-4 months. And I might be living off of this pile of money, but as I grew up, I've been able to be consistent. That's the one thing in this game, man. Like, man, people, you hear today and going tomorrow, but the people who, tough times don't last, tough people do. You know what I'm saying? So I've been here for for a while, man. It's the reason I'm here. I'm strong enough to.
How many years in the game?
Oh man, I don't wanna. I'm like, man.
Look, we graduated.
Damn.
2005. So,
yeah.
I would say a good. Not even counting those years, I'm gonna say about a good 12 years.
Easy.
12 years.
And I started even out when I was super young, like 10.
Good. You're good.
Yeah, I was selling candy in school, man. Like going to the wholesaling spot. I found a spot that was in the back of my house. Yeah.
What you selling your body? For the record, I call him butt naked. And the reason I call him butt naked because his name is like Newdy.
Yeah.
Newdy.
Yeah.
And that's just a little fake little.
People be like, But every time I'm like, yo,
like
every time I see Blake, I'm like, Blake, don't say that, please don't say that. Like, yo, butt naked. I'm like, they be like, butt naked. They be like, yo, what's going on?
Cause I call you butterscotch or delicious. Hey, yo, delicious. NewDiddy.
Yes, sir.
Like we said, I mean, like I said, man, you've been hustling for a long time. Been in the game. You've been in the game for a long time. And one thing of this podcast, I want to be able to help people with this podcast. You know what I mean? Being in this game, longevity, and staying in the game, like you said, tough people don't last. Tough times, something like that. Yeah. One of them Vince Lombardi quotes, something like that, right? Yeah. Tell me about some of the tough times you had to go through. Let's dive in, like the real tough times.
Oh, I think, it was times where, I got to a point where I thought I was that guy. Right, I'm still humble. Don't get it twisted. I'm humble, But at one point, I'm like, yo, I can't lose. Everything I'm throwing them is just going in the hoop. And it was times where I'm like, I should have, not took on as much, and maybe let someone else come in and help me out. But I'm like, nah, I got this. So I did a couple of events, and I might put up like $6,000. And I lost everything. Right, so it was like, then like with bills and a whole bunch of things coming about, it was like I was up. And in 1 week, I was down. You know what I'm saying? So, those experiences, it's in your DNA. So when anything that remotely comes close to that, I'm like, no. Nah. I'm like, yo, it's enough room for everybody to eat. So that's why I always got the concept, teamwork, make a dream work. Because, no one individual can do it by themselves. So I'm like, even when we was in school, when we was doing the clothes thing, like I started off, I was making good money, but I'm like, yo, I can't do this by myself. I'm like, yo, Blake, we all can eat. It's more hands in the pot, and we can make more money. Not it's more hands in the pot. You only get 100, I get 100. Like you can get 1,000, and we can all get,
Yeah, so, I believe the same concept.
So that that's for me is like just being a little too feeling myself a little too much. So I had a lot of humbling experiences that made me be like, nah, that ain't it.
Now, like you said, trust me, I know about those. Yeah. Those humbling. I always say, man, anyway, I say a lot of things. I do. But those tough times, like you said, when you lost $6,000 off of one event, or tough times, you know what I'm saying, where the money was just dry. Like, at any point did self-doubt creep in? At any point did you say, like, let me go get me a 9-to-5? Like
a lot of points.
And if that happened, what caused you not to give up on being NewDiddy run the city?
I think
that's good.
That was a great segue. I think sometimes it was pride. You know what I'm saying? Like other times it was like I believed in myself so much that I'm like, you can't. Come on, man. You've been doing this too long to give up. Like it's like once you. Like when you're doing something, it's like once you stop, you got to start all over, right? So if I was, doing this for 3 years and I just stop, you got other people that's looking to take his spot. Like, yo, I'm better than him. I can do events better than him. I know more people. I can network better than him. So once I stop, see, you got all these people trying to get that spot. Right. And, for me, it's like you can slow down, you can speed up, but just don't stop. So for me, it was just like, I had the confidence. I'm like, yo, I know I can do it. Sometimes I had to talk to myself. Like, I'm like, dang, I have a conversation with myself. Like, yo, come on, Dollar, I'm giving myself a pep talk. And I think, just that, it just made me realize, like, yo, you got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? And it just helped me get over a lot of hurdles and obstacles, man, where I thought I couldn't do it. I'm just like, nah, you can do it. Yeah. And it happened, man. And, I'm still here.
Now I know you. Now you got a little girl.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How old is your little girl now?
She be 6 in July. End of July.
Wow, 6. Okay. Yeah. So roughly around like 7 years ago, right? You're talking about you're probably right in the middle of the pack of becoming who you're going to be, right?
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is like when you get that phone call.
Yeah.
Hey, you're hustling. You're out there. You're doing your thing. Money coming in, money going out. Yeah. Whatever. I always tell people it's easier to survive when it's just you.
Right.
When you got mouths to feed.
Oh boy,
it's a different breed. Now you got that phone call, say, hey, or you had that talk. Yeah. Hey, we're expecting a child, right? You're expecting a child coming into this world. How did that affect your grind, your go mode?
It's
what was going on through here? He's like, you like, you do your thing. Hold on. If anybody know Newdy, if y'all, you be like, yo, Newdy, you got some tickets? let me call my man. Yo, that's your thing. Like
that's my thing, man.
When at that time, was you like, I'm gonna figure this out?
Yeah.
What was going on?
Yeah, I mean, because I think it's a scary thing. I always help take care of my nieces and nephews, right? But it wasn't like they can always go home to their mom or their dad or grandmom or whatever. But when you have that big of responsibility, you're responsible for somebody's life. Like, so for me, it was just like, it was the moment. Like, yeah. So, but the thing is, I think when, a lot of times when people think about like, yo, when I have kids, man, you need all this money. And not saying you don't, but what happens is you make a way and it doesn't seem as hard because you're grinding for a different purpose. Yeah. So as you moving and you shaking, your grind is harder, it's stronger, it's you more precise. Mm-hmm. You're not taking a lot of bullshit because it's like if this don't happen, then they don't eat or they don't get whatever. So it's like, yo, I'm not that made me more assertive because I've always been humble, but at that point it made me more like you still can be humble, but you gotta let these niggas know like, yo, this ain't no game. Like, what we doing? Nah, I ain't got time. I'm only thinking about it for a minute. You ain't. Nah, going to the next one. We ain't doing that. You know what I mean? So it just make your grind stronger, man.
I know that's right, and I think it. I'm pretty sure it probably helped out that your child's mother. Yeah. She's a hustler herself. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? She's out there. You want to give her a plug right now?
Yeah. Nah, listen, she's when it comes to what she does.
Tell her who she is.
Yeah. So her name is Tania. I call her Tania. She don't like when I call her Tania, but they call her Nia E. But yo, she's when it comes to graphics, websites, like she's a digital marketing monster. Like
I know was she doing event planning too at one point?
When she had a company called Cupcake Society.
Cupcake Society.
Yeah. So I mean, like it was a female empowerment group.
Yeah, that's what it was. Absolutely.
But yeah, she like anytime like I recommend everyone to her when like people like, yo, I need a website. You know what I mean? Bang, like she got it. She did real McCoy.
Right.
Facts.
Along this process, man, you had to go through some tough times. I remember people. I think one time, like I know you dealt with trusting people.
Yeah.
I know you got to deal with that a lot.
Yeah.
And I think even one time we talked about it before. I think just being in this game, trusting people. And I think and let me know if I'm diving in too much. Where you we keep it real. I don't know if we can keep it too funky. Like keep it I think like somebody they try to stick you up like a couple times. Try to get stuck up. You probably, how many times you get robbed?
Yo, you know what? When I was selling clothes,
he only sell drugs. He don't sell. We don't deal with none of that stuff.
But here's the thing. Like the reality of it is, it's just like drugs. It's the same shit, different product. Yeah. So I was dealing with cash. So at any given time, like it was times I have $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on me, but it wasn't like I'm walking around like, yo, I got this money. I could have made some money and just had it on me, and I just didn't make it home to put it up or go to the bank.
I know the feeling.
But yeah, man, it was the first time. The first time I got robbed. I say the first time. Listen, I was the littlest guy in the jungle, right? But I will go anywhere in the roughest part. I go to Riverside, pop my trunk. I go to West Side. I go to Vanderbilt. I will go anywhere in the city. I go in Dover, and by the grace of God, I'm still here. It's me, no gun, no big guy. Yeah, I'm saying it's just me.
Yeah, you might have to get a heat though.
Yeah, no, not now. That was then. Yeah, no, not now. But then
you get license to carry. It's okay.
Yeah. Then it was I was in the prime, like when the clothing game started. I see a lot of people doing clothes and things like that, but I was one of the innovators. I was one of the first people, to sell clothes and really do it on that kind of level out the trunk, and eventually I got I went on to get a store, but it happened when I was out in Newcastle. Somebody called, yo, I need some clothes, man. I ain't know the number. I ain't never know no numbers. You know what I'm saying? Right. You call me to, word of mouth, it get around. So, I'm with one of my guys, and I go out Newcastle. The guy, I call him like, yo, where you at? I'm out there for like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at my man, like, we ready to roll. Right when we ready to roll, he's like, yo, I'm right here. So I see him come out of a house, right? And I'm not paying no attention. So he get out. I'm like, yo,
came out the house too?
Yo, listen, he came out the house, but it probably wasn't his house, right? So he like, yo, yeah, I need that. I pop the trunk. I'm like, he said, yo, give me a ride around the corner. So I'm not thinking. I'm like, yeah, get it back.
He ain't look familiar or nothing?
He look familiar or nothing. Hopped in, rolled him around the corner. I get out. Another guy is in the middle of the street. it was some weird shit. It was super weird. I'm like
getting away so you couldn't run him over.
Yeah, nah, like I stopped, but the guy was I knew the one guy. He got out of the car, and I went to go talk. I went to go talk to him, and my man. I think my man never gave me the money. It was super weird, but you know. So by the time I get out the car, the one guy's walking towards me, and my man is in the front seat. So the dude got out the back, and all I feel was the nigga hit me in the head with the gun, like bam. I'm like, oh shit, this shit is real. What where you going, cuz? What's up? Right. So he grabs me, put me back in the car. I'm like, give me the money. I'm like, nigga, I ain't got no money. Right. So give me all the money you got. I'm like, yo, I ain't got no money. I got $3,000 in my glove department. My man has like a couple $100. So I'm telling him, like, yo, give him the money.
Telling your homeboy,
I'm like, yo, look, just give him the money. So I'm telling him, like, yo, if you give him your money, I got my $3. We cool. Yeah. I give you $300 back. This dude opens up the glove department and gives him my money. I'm like, dude, this
right.
So I get a guy the bread, give him the money. He hits me again. I'm like, yo, I killed him. Yeah, what more do you want from me? Kind of like he goes to money. He takes the clothes. He takes my cell phone, and then all of a sudden, the one guy comes out of nowhere and he's wrestling with the guy with the gun. I'm like,
what's going on there?
What the hell is going on? Man, I said, yo, I hit the gas. I'm going, right? Yo, I'm out. Yo, I ain't had time to think. I just hit the gas.
Right.
So I get to my mom's house, and my man's like, yo, you need to go to the hospital. My mom come outside. What happened? Because my man called my mom. What happened?
She was bleeding at the time?
Yeah. My joint was leaking, right? So I'm like, nah, man, fuck, I'm cool. I'm like, I ain't going to the hospital. So I call a couple of my guys up. I called, like, my man called a bunch of guys. They call them up. No lie. So
you can round up, see who it was.
Yeah, so I get the ambulance come. I go to the hospital. And before I knew it, they found out whatever, and they at the dude's house. I had no idea what was. I'm in the ambulance, right? But it was one of those things, man, where then at that moment I knew, like, this shit is real. Yeah. Like, I never, out of all the years I've been selling, I never been robbed. Nobody ever tried me. I was good in every hood. I could roam on any Martin Luther. Just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yeah, this shit is real. You know, so I kind of like was rethinking, like, yo, maybe I need to get a store. So that led me to doing, trying to do it smarter, because like I said, it's not selling drugs, but it's the same thing. Yeah. Because you're dealing in the cash business. Yeah. So yeah, it was real.
Did that kind of make you lean towards, like, you know what? Let me start doing, like, events.
Not me.
But then you're still dealing with cash, because I know, because you run, sometimes you run the door and do all that stuff. You got to deal with cash, and I know that's got to be, because when you're dealing with that, when you're dealing with doors, dealing with cash and all that stuff, and then at the end of the event, cash is on you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know what the smart thing would be is like, all right, let me get this to somebody who don't know who I'm giving it to. I'm gonna give it to blase, shorty or something. Yeah. All right, go ahead and get up out of here. Then I leave with maybe 200 on me, so just in case. You know what I'm saying? But
no, you got to follow.
How many times you get?
Yo, so that
was the first time.
That was the first time. Another time, I didn't get. Another time it was Rock. You remember Rock? That went to Del State. Rock
that used to be with us?
Yeah, Rock. That played basketball.
Rock used to be with us?
Yeah.
Rock robbed you?
Yeah, no.
That's why I was like, what?
We went to a barbershop. Right. Broad daylight, same thing. Like, at this time, like, people didn't care. They had a death wish. They don't. Yeah. They robbed us broad day, but the guy wasn't trying to rob me. He was trying to rob Rock. Yeah. But you trying to rob, like, we together. That's when jerseys was popping. We had $10,000 worth of jerseys. Yeah. We had $10,000 worth of jersey in the bag. Went to the barbershop, they didn't even take the money. We probably made like $3,000 in the barbershop. Right? We were selling just like $250, $350 a pop. Made the money, left. It was a bag. You didn't know what the hell was in the bag. We just leaving the barbershop. And man, same thing. The guy said to my man,
same nigga?
No, sometimes totally different guy. He says to my man, oh man, what you got in the bag? Jerseys?
How you know that?
How you know we got jerseys in the bag? It's a blue dark bag. You don't know what's in it. So he was like, oh yeah, I need a couple, man. He said, matter of fact, yeah, what you got? Showed him the joint. You know, it was broad daylight. So it's on Second in where's the tattoo shop at? On Second and what's the it's a
I'm getting tattoos. I don't know, brother.
By the awful. What's that?
What's the barbershop? No, don't.
No, I don't remember the barbershop at the time, but I don't know. So whatever the case was, leave the joint and showing the jersey. He's like, yo, I like all them. He said,
because he did get all of them.
He said, yo, I'm gonna need all those. So, I said, oh, come on. I said, yo, God, you gonna do this to me right now? Right? So
it's not funny, but
it's not funny, but you know, I grabbed the bag. I'm like, man, not this time. I grabbed the bag and I try to run. The bag rips. Right? The bag rips, I run. I said, hell with that, right? I almost get hit by cars. This shit was crazy, man. It's like I was living a movie, man. Like this was like
what did Rock do?
I don't know. Yo, listen, I try to take the attention off of Rock and put it on me. I think Rock ran that way. I ran this way. And I ran. It's funny, man. I ran to. Is
that rush hour too? You go this way, I go that way.
Facts. Right. Like it was wild, man. So then I knew, I'm like, yo, this is getting too heavy. It's getting too dangerous, man. And we was losing a lot of money. Like we making this money, right? Like we getting tens of thousands of dollars stole. Like we working hard. We in the streets. We, ride up and down the highway. And it was just like one of those things, man. I'm like, I can't continue to keep doing this.
This
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
This is hustling.
This see, a lot of these young cats don't know about that.
Was this the last time?
Yeah. No, but you know what?
How many total times?
Four times. But you figure in a matter of like 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like it happened back to back to back. But the thing is, like, it came with the territory. I knew what. Like I was going like a joker would call me 3 o'clock in the morning. Like facts, like the jokers would call me 3 o'clock in the morning. I was going to the hotels, and they trapping, doing their thing, right? And I go to the hotel, and I make $3,000, $2,000, but I was in my mind, like I wasn't thinking about. It's like, yo, that's Newdy, man. That's our guy. Everywhere I went, yo, that's our guy. Don't nobody touch him. Like if you touch him, it's gonna be a problem, right? And that was it.
Any of the circumstances beside that first time, did you get your money back?
Nah, like, did I? No, like the one time, we got like some of the stuff back. We made a phone call. It was like, yo, what's up? Let's. Yo, I didn't know that was him. I was trying to. It was his man. I was trying to. Yo, my bad. I popped and we didn't get it all back because they sold some of it, but some of it we did get back. So anytime that it was ever issue, not saying like I'm not a tough guy by any means, right. But the people who I was with, like. I'm like, yo, that's like he's not that kind of guy. Like, yo, get a man his stuff back, or and it was those times where they just like, yo, if you don't, it's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? But I was never like me. I'm like, I was never that guy. I never want to start a conflict. So I'm like, yo, it ain't even that serious, man. I just whatever, just to avoid any ongoing. Because I'm in the streets. Like I'm nobody's with me. So when I'm in the streets, it's just me. So I can't be every time I'm selling clothes. I'm like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, yo, look, we gonna handle that situation. We need to have a conversation and yo, look, what's up, man? Like, you know
what? Yeah. Just anytime that we're out, at an event, just remind me to stay away from you.
Yeah, no, yeah. That was
nobody can come rob us at this podcast, is they?
No, I hope not.
Nigga, give me those pictures.
That was 10 years. That was in my heyday, man. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't trade
smart.
it for the world.
This is before eBay. This is before
this for all that.
Stuff,
yeah, it's for all that.
Cash App and all that crap. Even hustlers got Cash App nowadays.
Yeah, it's
the Cash App the shorties. That's what they do. You know what I mean? Hey, man, we gonna take a quick commercial break right quick, man. NewDiddy run the city, man. We right back. Chill. We didn't get robbed during commercial break.
We didn't get robbed during commercial break. Man. Nobody was harmed.
Yeah, nobody's harmed during the filming of this and recording of this podcast. Now, on a serious note, man, that's honestly, man, that's why I always, I don't carry cash.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I don't even carry my debit card. I tell you want, you got it. Hey, take that. I don't want. Yeah. And honestly, man, for you to make it, you know what I mean? Like you said, you in these streets, man, and nothing physically major happened to you. I always tell you, you can get money back. We can get money back.
Yeah,
can't get your life back. You know what I mean? Can't get an arm back. Can't get none of that stuff, man. Like you said, you got a daughter right now. And right now you're taking over the world, man. You're doing big things. Like you said, man, you've been hustling, man. You've been putting in work in, man. And we talk a lot. We talk a lot about business, talk a lot about growth. talk a lot about improvement, and we talk. As a matter of fact, one time I think we talked about the 444 album, man, just about Jay-Z, about building stuff and leaving stuff for your kids' legacy and all that stuff. Right now, what you working on? I see you got this clothing line. I see you been pushing that. I see you coming to stuff on Insta Story. Yeah. What is this trap? What we got? What we got on right now?
So this is the trap store. It's a tracksuit, and it's nice.
Like, do you like? Is this your brand, or is you you marketing for somebody else?
Yeah, so it's not my brand. So this brand is it's a guy by the name of Gas. Good, real good dude, man. Real good dude. And he started this maybe a couple years ago. And to see where it's from where it came to now, I mean, the growth is amazing. And it's called Carry My Own Weight. And I mean, it's kind of like self-explanatory, but at the same time, it embodies a lot of different things that trials and tribulations people go through while still staying true to who they are and not compromising their integrity and still, doing what they got to do to survive and take care of their family. And you got to carry your own weight. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
even if you hustle, you still gotta carry your own weight.
You gotta carry your own weight, man.
Yeah. I mean, now question for you. It seems like everybody coming up with a clothing line now.
Yeah.
I mean, even I got Ticket on the World T-shirts. I'm not selling anything. Yeah. But do you think that that it's starting to get oversaturated?
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is, man. Like with any, it's always been like that, and it's a lot of things people don't understand. Like when I was selling clothes, right? No one was selling clothes.
And I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, and I want to say on the record, first of all, these are black business, so we support. So I'm definitely support. Absolutely, I totally agree. Like, make your own clothes, buy your stuff for your own people. You know what I mean? I think we got to start getting to the field of actually making the garments instead of like say, okay, let me get this tracksuit, buy say wholesale, whatever, and then design. I'm talking about we actually making it. Yeah. Now I don't know if that's where where that is.
Nah. So the point, I think is this, like anything that's trending, right? People are going to gravitate towards it no matter what it is, right? So, for example, if like I said, when I was selling clothes, it wasn't a lot of people selling clothes, but when they seen money in it, it was like, yo, everybody starts selling clothes. But I think the biggest thing is, entrepreneurship is something that we as African Americans never, not saying never, but we started out doing that.
We taught that.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the beginning we were, like when we got integrated, we lost a lot of things that we used to do for ourselves.
Absolutely.
Right. So like I think, So I think now people are. I mean, the 9-to-5 shit is done. It's dead. Like you go to college. College is cool, but you need more than just a 9-to-5. Like the way the inflation and shit is going and prices is going up and everything's so expensive. You have to work and you have to be an entrepreneur, or you can be able to make that transition from working to owning your own business. That's the only way you're going to really generate wealth. But back to the clothing line thing, I think that it's something that I know for Carry My Own Weight, and I can speak for Gas. It's not. It's more. It's a way of life. It's a lifestyle. It never was. He never wanted to sell clothing. He just it was one of those things where when you live by certain principles like honesty, integrity, loyalty, trust, like that's a way of life. That's not a clothing line, but it turned into a clothing line. But it's still a principles that and morals and values that you have. That that's why people gravitate towards it so much. I think a lot of times when people have clothing lines, they don't have no meaning. It doesn't stand for anything. Mm-hmm. Like they just come up with a clothing line. They just put something on a T-shirt, right? And it's some clothing lines where it's just like a dot right here, $500. Facts, right? True. But it's what it stands for that people like Nike. They feel like I can jump higher.
That's swoosh.
I can dunk it on you. I can, what I'm saying? Like I got the. Yeah. I can cross you up, so it's like it's a feeling, So when you have something that's a feeling, it doesn't matter. It sometimes don't even matter the design because people it helps them out in their personal endeavors in their life. It helps them to get through stuff. When they got that on, they can take over the world. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that for me, I think that
great plug for my T-shirt.
Yeah, it's coming out too. Take over the world, absolutely. But it's one of those things though. You gotta feel it, man. Got to be something emotional.
All right, cool. Like you said, I mean, we dive into some stuff where you're going down, where you're headed at now, right?
Yeah.
Proud of you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, right? So for somebody, I mean, we still don't know what Newdy does, but
Whatever it takes.
Yo, are you like the Delaware Tommy instead of NewDiddy Tommy?
Nah, yo, man. You know what's funny though?
Got no job,
got
Newdy.
no job. Like, I do so many different things, man. Like, it's just one of those things where I don't mind working. I just don't want a job. Right? I never wanted to be able to, and that's no shade to some people. They rather have that consistency where they getting a check every week.
Yeah.
If I know I'm getting $350 or $500 every week, to a certain point, like I'm getting $500 every single week or whatever it is, I'm just like, that shit ain't enough. Yeah. Like so me being an entrepreneur, I can make my salary. I don't have it's no cap, it's no ceiling. I can go, it's all on me. So I'm comfortable in not having a consistent. You know what I'm saying? I'm more comfortable not going to a 9 to 5 because I know if it's all on me, then I'm going to make it happen. Ain't nobody going to tell me that you only can make $12 an hour. We're not giving you no raise. You can't tell me that. And especially if I know if I'm busting my ass, like I want to be able to make my own way. You know what I'm saying? So that's for me. It's I'm comfortable.
Like comfortable, leading the way. NewDiddy, run the city, yes, Delaware, Wilmington. All right. So both you're really from Delaware, all right?
I'm Delaware, absolutely.
Now I know we got a little bit of time, but I'm diving into it really quick. If you can help me. And we talk all the time about you, like, and you said, Delaware, sometimes we don't support each other. Each other. Why is that?
You know what? I think, and I always, my opinion is this, man. Like, Delaware is such a small place, and some people aren't comfortable with themselves, and they might want to be where you're at, right? But me helping Blake out and supporting Blake, they might think that they might not get me like to where he's at, and I secretly want to beat Blake, right? So I got a personal vendetta against Blake. I don't know Blake, but Blake is like everybody love Blake, right? And I don't like that. Right. I don't like that you're getting all this love, and I'm just as good as you, but I was scared to take that chance like Blake did. You know what I mean? So I think, it's a lot of different things it's within people that they have some flaws within their self that they can't see themselves supporting people. And, I think it is support, but at the same time, if you're not offering something that is of substance, quality, consistency, even price, I might want to support you, but it's certain things that you're not giving me that I would want to receive. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just go down here and do this. So it's a lot of things like I think we still, as a whole, we still need to learn about, business and customer service and all those other different things. So it's 20 different reasons why people don't support, but people do still support. I think people are still taking that and not really acknowledging the support because, it's a lot of people. I never had a problem with support. It's because I never cared. If you don't support, like if people like, if they didn't like, if they had to choose to go to my party or somebody else's party, I don't want any guilt. I want you to come to my event because my joint is popping. I got the chicks like, yo, he got the guys who's gonna spend some bread. He got the college girls. He got
hookers at your party.
They might show up. I don't know.
He's got the
but it's you got to be good, man. You got to be great, and that's the reason why people want to support you. You got to be a genuine person too. So
there it is, man.
People do business with people that they like.
I know that's right, man. Listen, man, we could talk for like 5 hours, and I'm trying to, we're trying to keep it condensed, man. But listen, I'm about to run off a couple things to you, right? Shoot. All right, Take It On The World podcast. We like to talk about things, the struggles. Yeah. Overcoming obstacles, adversities, etc. We dove into that a little bit, right? So I'm gonna say a couple things. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. You tell me the first thing that comes to mind, all right? Shoot. All right, first thing, NewDiddy running city. Tell me what has been your greatest mistake.
Oh, my greatest mistake.
And what I mean by greatest mistake is like you made the mistake. It was huge, but it taught you so much. You know what I mean?
Damn, I made so many mistakes. God damn.
Even change it up. What was your biggest failure?
I say one of my biggest failures was not like I think sometimes like
no, Newdy, say it.
Yeah,
stop fronting. What's your biggest failure?
My biggest failure, you know what? I think one of my biggest failures has been me at sometimes, like other people believed in me more than I believed in myself, right? So sometimes I was second. I used to second guess things a lot, and I didn't strike when the iron was hot, and I kind of like, I was too like, nah, should I? Instead of just like, yo, just don't think, just do it. And I think like sometimes you just gotta live in the moment, you gotta do it, and if you don't, the opportunity, you'll be like, damn, like he can't. I thought about that, I was gonna do it, never did it. They did it, and they skyrocket. So yeah, I think. So
your biggest mistake is having self-doubt.
Yeah, well, not just
at times, or didn't believe in yourself.
Not moving. I think like not moving when I like. I would say self. I would say it could be positive. A little bit self-doubt.
Yeah, because it's like you said, you was like, I was thinking, nah. Like you said, people believe in me more than I believe in myself.
Yeah.
And that, like I said, I took,
sometimes it's a big shoot when people put you here. It's like you gotta live like. You don't have to live up to their standards, but it's just like they probably see something in you that you probably don't see yet. And it was times that was the case. You know what I'm saying? Like
you said, man, I think a lot of people, and actually you're my first interview in a while, right?
Yeah.
So, man, when this podcast dropped, man, and I tell people all the time, man, that's why I ain't been on social media in a minute.
Yeah, you have.
In a minute. I've been staying low, putting this thing together, putting a lot of things together, but mainly because, man, I had to deal with my own failures. You know what I mean? That's why we had the whole failures and goals. When I say when that series comes out, like me, I'm talking about it openly.
Yeah.
Because most people you see on Instagram, like
they see all the good shit,
all the good stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo, that's not real. Yeah. And a lot of people just be fronting too. Still, anyway, you know what I mean. But judgment free. I'm just like, I can't believe you. I don't even need more people. I don't like. Matter of fact, Ho got so many dope lyrics.
Oh, come on,
Ho said it. Real, recognize real. Are you looking familiar?
Yeah.
Did Ho say that?
Real looking, yeah. You looking familiar, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's it.
So, I know real when I see it, and I know like, you just putting up front. Mm-hmm. You stunting out here. And trust me, I know plenty of people who you'll think that they balling. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even saying from a financial, but business wise. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I know like, nah, like I know some behind the scenes stuff, but you putting it out there like you are. Yep. And I'm saying for me, I can't front on that level.
Yeah.
It's
too much work.
If I'm hurting, I'm hurting.
You hurt.
But my main thing is like, all right, let's go talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's why this podcast is here, man. We're diving into some deep stuff. I tell people they always keep it real, man.
I like that.
All right, next question. You ready?
Shoot.
All right, we talk about taking over the world. And like taking over the world is a pursuit of your goals, your dreams, whatever they might be. What does taking over your world mean to you?
Taking over the world for me is self-discipline. I think that, once you conquer yourself, is nothing that you can do. And for me, it's like I look at. I never even in anything that I do, I always wanted to have a peace of mind, right? Like I look at certain things that people do. I'm like, yeah, they're making a lot of money, but I'm quite sure I know what it takes to do what I'm doing, and that money doesn't equate to happiness. Like no amount of money can buy you like true happiness. So for me, it's like I want to work on things before I get the money. I want to work on things that I'm confident in myself. I'm at peace, and I like things about me. So it's like if I conquer myself first, like self-discipline, things like that. Like when I do get the money, I'm not doing like a bunch of crazy shit that people be doing and blowing it. I want to conquer myself first. It's coming, the money coming, right? But it takes 10 years to become an overnight success, and that's one thing that people, I think that they miss that one step. Like you gotta keep going. Like it takes forever. It feels like to really make it. So for me, it's just conquering myself, man. That's it. That's taking over the world. Is taking over myself.
Man, that's gonna be dope, man. This interview was dope, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. NewDiddy, Run the City.
Yes, sir.
I'm Blake the Brain. This has been Taking Over the World podcast. Make sure y'all follow my mans. Follow us online.
Yes, sir.
Also, make sure you check this out on iTunes. We're out here.
Oh, we on iTunes.
Chip.
We out.
Yeah, BC, G's.